What a fight it was, man. I really wanted Yarde to win this fight. He performed well. At one point, I covered really hurt, but at the end, he got dropped to 11th round now. It was a good fight. The first couple rounds were cagey. Kovalev started the fight one way, and then he switched to a certain way, like in the second round. Kovalev tried to do the outside, that was more of his thing. There were points where Kovalev tried to get on the inside, but Buddy McGirt was saying, nope, don't come on the inside. Yarde was trying to just like check left hook. Anytime Kovalev came in to throw a jab, obviously he just stepped forward to throw a jab. He threw a left hook every single time, and that will play key into later what something I have to say. But as a whole, I'm proud of the Yarde, man. Like, he performed well. The guy has 30, 31, 30 fights, amateur and pro, and he's in Russia, in Kovalev's backyard, against the guy he has years, maybe about over a decade of experience on him. And he went there and went 11th round, hurt the guy, and did well. I'm really proud of the Yarde, man. I'm not gonna say hey, like whenever a boxer loses, and not a lot of boxer fans like to shit on them or ha 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 you lost. Like when AJ lost, for example, it's like ha 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 you lost and shit on the boxer when they're down. But nah, man, Yarde did well. It was a good fight. The first couple rounds were cagey. You could have given the first round or two to Yarde. Then at the fourth round, Kovalev came out a bit more aggressive with his jab, started finding more better. And then at fourth and fifth, I was thinking, damn, Yarde might be out of his wits here. And before I say anything, yeah, Yarde for me is world level. He is. This shows to me that he's world level. It just shows that there's certain things to work on. One of them is like his stamina, for example, because I'll get into more later. He really gassed a lot, and I watched the ESPN commentary, and Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley making really good points about him just being too muscular and the sparring that he's not doing. But against that in a second. Anthony, the fourth, fifth round, Kovalev came out really more aggressive and started really outboxing Yarde. And I was thinking, wow, he might be out of his depths here. Maybe this was too much of him. Maybe too much of a step forward for him. And then 6 rounds cagey, and I think it was the seventh round where Yarde really came out. And Yarde came out and he started boxing on the inside and a lot more aggressively. And Kovalev didn't really have an answer for it because Kovalev's not good on the inside. And Andre Wu made a good point that Kovalev's feet isn't great on the inside. Like he doesn't know how to move his feet, how to pivot his body in the right positions, like to counter you when you're on the inside. And Yarde really started taking advantage. Yarde finally started going to the body. And now, here's a quick segue. Yarde said before the fight, I don't study Kovalev. Now, I think that was a big mistake. Big mistake. Now, Tunde Jaya, I like him. He's a character. But why wouldn't you study a fighter? I know some boxers say, "Oh, I don't study fighters properly because I know that they might get into the ring and do something completely different." It's not like MMA where you sort of know time for certain things. But I don't like that boxing. I think it's fine for you to study a boxer or certain things. I think maybe I could do that. But it's good to study them and think if they do continue this repetitive thing they keep doing, I can counter it. I know how to counter it. I know how to take advantage of this thing they keep doing. This habit, that bad habit. That's what they should do. And I don't think y'all did that. Maybe he didn't, but he said he didn't study him. So he finally started going to play later, and I think he realized, oh shit, he's not good in the body because like Ward found out after that first fight, he found out Kovalev can't really take body shots too well. And Kovalev took quite a pasting. In those 7th and 8th rounds, Kovalev took a pasting. I can't lie to you. Kovalev taking a lot of headshots. He was hurt. I thought he was going down. I was sitting here going, whoa, you guys might knock him out. I can't believe it. Maybe Tunde Jai and them, they actually knew what the Kovalev they're talking about, and they have found something where they can hurt Kovalev. Maybe the strategy to tire him out and get him. But one thing I had to look at here was Yarde was exhausted. Yarde was exhausted, man. In this round, Yarde was completely his throwing punches. Even he had Kovalev hurt. His punches didn't have sting behind it no more. Didn't have and Kovalev got a good chin. And one thing we know about here as well, Yarde has a really good chin. Yarde's at some points walking Kovalev down. He's walking through his punches. Yarde's tough, man. I'll get into at the end of it. He's tough. And after that round, that was his final round. The 8th round was Yarde's final round. From the 7th round was final. From 8 to 11, he took a pasting. Yarde was just getting, for the most part, beat up. I was hoping Yarde could somehow get a second wind. It never came. Yarde was getting these stiff jabs, right hands, and Yarde is tough. Like, one thing we didn't know about Yarde was how good his chin was. Yarde's fine in the chin department. I can tell you that now. This guy was taking some heavy punches. At some point, the guy was exhausted. Yarde is so exhausted he could barely keep himself up. One thing I wanted to mention before was Buddy McGill said something interesting in the corner. He said two things to Kovalev. Stay on the outside, don't go on the flipping inside. Two, if you have another round like the 7th round where Yarde was really beating him up, you're going to stop the fight. That motivated Kovalev, because in those last couple of rounds, Kovalev really came out and he was really aggressive and he was really boxing really well. And to me, the fight ended in the 11th round by it was like a jab, but I don't think he was hurt. I think he was just exhausted. I think he's just so exhausted at that point. I don't think he's looking for a way to go down, but any sort of punch at that point would have just dropped him, you know? He was so tired and he took in so many headshots at that point. And I tweeted out, I feel like they should stop the fight. Why is he still fighting for? I get it, Tunde's not going to throw in the towel, he might be angry, but I don't care if boxers are angry. I'm a trainer, I see my guy get beat up in the ring. I don't want to see him get beat up and get head damage. Y'all still young. He's, 19 fights in, we'll see 18-1 now. You don't want to see the guy be already shot or have all this bad wear and tear sort of in his career. If the guy's taking a pace thing, take him out. I think maybe that fight could have been stopped a round or two earlier because Yarde wasn't gonna win. After that 8th round, he wasn't gonna win. You could see it. He had no energy in his punches no more. And I said something I said something earlier in the video about the check that's hooks. At the time Kovalev came in, Yarde would throw like a left hook. By the time it came to the 9th round, those sharp left hooks he was throwing that were nice and sharp, he was throwing them a second and a half too late. He was throwing them with zero power because he had no energy. The only thing y'all could basically do is move his legs because obviously he's young. He's out his legs. If he could move his legs and stand there and move his head, y'all couldn't really even throw anymore. And Wood made a good point by saying too much muscles. He's comparing to Anthony Joshua in a way. Now, I don't think Anthony Joshua has horrible stamina at all. We've seen him go 12 before, and obviously he got tired against Ruiz, but Ruiz just beat up Anthony Joshua's body in those mid rounds before he knocked him out. But that's beside the point. I think AJ got past him, but he really gassed, and it must be to do with the stamina, and secondly that he hasn't been that far in the fight before. I think that's one fight where he went like all 6 rounds early in his career. I think it was 6 rounds or 6 rounder. Yeah, all 6 rounds, but he has all knockouts apart from that one now. It ended like a little jab, and Kovalev did say like he's got a really good future and he's really good, and Yarde did well, man. He did us proud. I started following Yarde earlier because him and Cody are both from like North London, so, and like sort of local to where I am from, so I was happy that 2 guys local from my area are just like made it into this boxing world, and I know it was difficult. Now it was just a good performance. I felt like Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward a bit too critical and hard on him, but I get it. They're boxers. They're world level boxers. Well, both retired now, but they just understand that you can't just come in from there, from the low level, and come up that fast. And he skipped past British, skipped past European, went straight to the world level and did it. But fam, the guy has 31 fights, and look what he done. So I'm good for him. Good for Anthony Yarde. I don't know where he goes from now, but he's taking a nice little break. Maybe he's changed some of his methods as well. Maybe he should start sparring, and maybe he should just I don't know if he just go back down to like the sort of domestic, have a couple of domestic fights, maybe have a couple of European fights, but match him carefully. Don't have him lose again, because then that's not good. You know, just match him carefully, just to up him. He done well. He done really well. For again, a guy who just came from fighting basically not the last guy he fought was in the bum, but everyone else was basically a bum to fight and call it one of the best fighters. I like heavy, it was good. Covered them well. I'm looking forward to the next Tunde Ajayi interview. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, we'll see where we go from here. Yarde's face was a mess at the end. This guy had a huge black eye or a lump on top of his eye. His face was a mess. But yeah, look forward to see what happens next. I want to Tunde Ajayi. I'm just gonna check IFL and see what happens now. Interested to see what Frank Warren says, and interested to see Kovalev face Canelo. I think Canelo will beat Kovalev, but it's such a big height difference. But Canelo was a fucking GOAT, bro. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching the video. See you guys later. Peace.